You know, when we think of the world's greatest cities, we usually picture these amazing skylines, right? But what if I told you that some of their most incredible stories aren't up in the towers, but way down in the tunnels and chambers hidden right under our feet? Today, we're going to venture into that darkness to uncover the secret histories buried deep beneath the world's most famous capital.
Think about it. Every single day, millions of people walk over these streets totally unaware of the forgotten empires and lost worlds just a few feet below them. We are about to peel back the surface of our modern world to show you the incredible secrets hiding in the depths.
All right, our journey kicks off in Paris, the City of Light. But forget the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre for a minute. We're heading down, deep underground, into a realm known by a much, much darker name, the Empire of the Dead.
So the story of the Paris Catacombs starts with a really grim problem. Back in the late 1700s, the city's cemeteries were literally overflowing. It was a massive public health crisis. We're talking graves breaking open, disease spreading. It was bad. The city's solution was both brilliant and, well, really macabre. The city made this wild, unprecedented decision. They decided to move the remains of over 6 million people into these ancient limestone quarries that snaked beneath the streets. That's right, 6 million souls, all relocated to a new subterranean home.
And look, this wasn't just a matter of digging a big pit. Over decades, workers painstakingly moved all those remains into 200 miles of tunnels. And they didn't just dump them. They meticulously arranged the bones and skulls into these hauntingly beautiful and deeply unsettling walls and displays.
As you enter the main part of the ossuary, a stark inscription greets you, Arrête, c'est ici l'Empire de la Mort, which translates to, Stop, this is the Empire of the Dead. Talk about a chilling warning, right? It lets you know you are crossing a threshold into a whole other world.
Okay, from an empire of bone, we're now traveling to Istanbul, where another hidden world is waiting for us. But this one isn't filled with the dead. It's filled with silent, cavernous waters.
Istanbul is this city that is just teeming with life, a bridge connecting 2 continents. But its real secret is in the stillness below. Underneath all that noise and chaos, there are these vast ancient water reservoirs that are so grand, people actually called them underground palaces.
Now, the most famous of these is, without a doubt, the Basilica Cistern. I want you to just picture a colossal underground hall, held up by 336 marble columns, many of them salvaged from old Roman ruins. Down there, the air is cool and damp, and pretty much the only sound you hear is the rhythmic drip of water echoing through the darkness.
But here's where it gets really weird. At the base of 2 of these massive pillars, there are 2 giant carved heads of the Gorgon Medusa. One is on its side, and the other one is completely upside down. So why? Was it just a practical thing to make them fit as pillar bases? Or is there some deeper symbolic meaning we're missing? Honestly, historians are still arguing about it today.
From a sunken palace, we are heading to a city that's described in a pretty delicious way, Rome, the lasagna city.
You know this saying, Rome wasn't built in a day? Well, they also say that more of Rome exists below the ground than above it. And that lasagna metaphor, it's perfect. For thousands of years, whenever a building fell or a new ruler took over, they didn't clear away the rubble. Nope, they just built a new layer right on top of the old one.
What this does is create these incredible layers of history. At the very bottom, you might find the ruins of Emperor Nero's ridiculously decadent golden house, a palace so huge and opulent that later emperors actually buried it on purpose. Then above that, you've got miles of Christian catacombs, where a persecuted faith had to hide. And all of that serves as the foundation for the modern city we see today.
Okay, for our last stop, we're going to jump way forward in time, from ancient history to the 20th century. We're going to a subterranean world that really helped shape the modern era, London's secret war rooms. During World War II, as London was being relentlessly bombed, Prime Minister Winston Churchill and his government didn't run. They went underground. So while the city was literally burning above them, the entire British war effort was being directed from a secret bunker complex.
And this wasn't just some dusty office, okay? This was a totally self-sufficient underground town. It had bedrooms, a kitchen, a top-secret communications hub. For weeks at a time, staff lived and worked down there, directing a global war without ever seeing the sun, all while their city was under constant attack.
What's so incredible is that when the war finally ended, the staff basically just turned off the lights, locked the doors, and walked out. The rooms were left untouched, and today they are perfectly preserved. It's a perfect time capsule from the final moments of one of the biggest conflicts in human history.
So from the bones of Paris to the war rooms of London, these underground worlds are such a powerful reminder that what we see on the surface is only ever part of the story.
You know, these hidden worlds really prove that history isn't just something stuck in a museum. It's etched into the very ground we walk on every day. Every city has its own secrets, buried and just waiting to be discovered. Which really leaves just one final question. What lies buried beneath your feet?